And opinions expressed on this program are the views of the host and guests and not necessarily those of KTLV radio station. Any products endorsed on this program do not represent an endorsement by KTLV radio, its staff, or management.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show. In a moment, your host, Clara Luper.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and today's show is being brought to you by Black's Flower Shop, located at 8485 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Fresh flowers, plants, gifts, balloon bouquets, fruit baskets, flowers for all occasions, funeral flowers and sprays, all at Black's Flower Shop. 8485 Northeast 23rd Street. You may call 424-5715. This is Freedom Fiesta Week, and today is Clara Luper's Day. Wow! If you have anything to say about Clara Luper, be sure and say it while I can hear it. Because when I'm dead, I can't hear it. And I'm asking Mrs. Bosie Walker to come on and tell me as she see it, because today I have a very important guest with me. I have a man, I call him the unsung hero of the civil rights movement. Stay tuned for the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this portion of our show is brought to you by Gates Barbershop, located at 2609A in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. They are ready to cut your hair so you can be ready for the big parade, which will start at Pitts Park at exactly 10:30. Now remember that time, 10:30. That's at Pitts Park. And then that will be an open house at Freedom Center. You can go up there and you can see what we need. If you have some aluminum cans, bring them to Freedom Center today. If you have some newspapers, bring them to Freedom Center. Be a part of a movement that's a growing movement, that a movement that has stood the test of time. But tonight is your night. Tonight is a big night, because tonight is the Clara Luper annual Freedom Fiesta dinner. Now that dinner will be held at 5th Street Baptist Church. That's 801 Northeast 5th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now those of you that are coming, remember it starts at 7 p.m. I want you to remember that. That's pretty important. 7 p.m. the dinner will start at 7 p.m. Now, those of you that are coming, don't go in the sanctuary. You go on the west side of the church. The west side. Don't you come on the east side. Be sure you go on the west side. And today I would like to say that I have congratulations from Hometown, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street, where you can shop from now to midnight. Congratulations from Johnson Shadina, 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. That telephone number is 424-4656. Congratulations from Uniquely You Boutique, 730B West of Brigham Road in Oklahoma City. Marilyn says she can fit you from 8 to 30. So it doesn't make any difference what size you are. Maryland will fix you up. You need some insurance? 730 West Brigham Road, Maryland Hildreth, your independent Allstate agent. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I would like to thank you for your participation this week in the Freedom Fiesta activities. You were there on Sunday. You heard the eloquent Reverend L. R. Drinkwater. You heard the choir, and you certainly appreciate it, and we would like to extend our thanks to the choir, Reverend Drinkwater, and all that participated in that program. On Monday was Attorney John E. Green's Day. Mrs. Rosetta Coleman was in charge, and many of you came and took out your memberships. You bought cakes and hot dogs, and we would like to say thank you. On Tuesday was Cecil Williams Day, the voters registration day, and you came, and many of you registered to vote. Miss Wilma Ray and Mrs. Leola Ford were in charge of that, and they had what was known as a salad festival and get out the vote day. On Wednesday, it was President's Day, and Carl Carbon the realty spoke, and he spoke out of his heart. The current president, Andre Carbon, was the one that presented the President's Day at Langston University Urban Center, and we would like to thank all of you that participated in that. But Thursday was Sit-Inners Day with Mrs. Gloria Matthews. She had chitlins, turkey, dressing, brisket, ham, greens, and name it, and she had it. It was held at 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City, and we would like to thank you. But Friday was homecoming for sit-inners. Lady Ruth Hunter, Nancy Davis, and Lillian Oliver's Day. Reverend James A. Marcel from Wildwood Christian Church spoke at the morning's breakfast. It's called a pancake breakfast. They had full breakfast, and that was at Freedom Center. And last night, Lady Ruth Hunter and Nancy Davis had their annual fashion show. Kyra Edwards was crowned as the queen of the festival, a Miss Freedom Fiesta, along with David Duplessis, who is the king. But today is Clara Luper's Day, and congratulations to all that participated in the city and movement. Clara Luper's Day is a day when we stop to remember everybody that has participated in the sittings, whether they participated as a sit-inner, as a prayer-inner, as someone that helped to finance the sit-in movement. Whether they participated as a well-wisher, or maybe they wanted to criticize the sit-ins. But this is your day, and you will have the opportunity to participate in the parade and to ride. The parade will start this morning at exactly 10:30. People will start lining up at 9:30. And you are invited to Freedom Center, located at 2609 North Martin Luther King, and be sure and look at the monument. Look at the people that have sacrificed and made it possible for you to be where you are. That's at 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City. Mr. Burley and Nero is in charge of the parade. Joyce Henderson, one of the sit-inners, will deliver the main address tonight at Fifth Street Baptist Church. Many of you know Joyce Henderson as an educator, as a graduate of Dungy High School, as a graduate of Langston University, as someone that not only has a master's degree in her field, but who has served in the educational market. You need to hear her speak. That's tonight at exactly 7 o'clock at Fifth Street Baptist Church, 801 Northeast 5th Street. Reverend Byron Coleman is the minister. Support is one thing, and talk is another thing. You can stop talking now, and you can support. Many of you have called me and you have criticized me because my tickets, according to your definition, are a little high. The tickets are only $25 if you want a silver ticket. If you want a gold ticket, they are only $50. And if you want a diamond ticket, the tickets are only $100. Now, why? Because the NACP Youth Council is the only youth council in the United States that has a permanent home. That's at Freedom Center. The lights, the gas, the water, all of that stuff have to be paid. But I told you some time ago that we were trying to put in central air conditioning and heating, and you have made it possible because you have supported us. And I know before this day is over, we will have enough money to pay for the central air condition, thanks to you. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you are doing it not only for the young people that are there now, but for future generations. I would like to thank you. And those of you that have not purchased your tickets, you may call 672-1220 or call 922-7648. You may do that. But the highlight tonight will not only be a speech by Joyce Henderson, but it will be the fact that we'll be honoring 6 of our outstanding citizens. I call them the unsung heroes of the civil rights movement. What do you see as the civil rights movement? I see people with an opportunity, and I see people that's taking advantage of those opportunities. The opportunity to serve. Oh, that's the story of Reverend L.R. Drinkwater. An opportunity to serve not only the people at his church, but to serve humanity. Mary Nelson, serving her people. Working with those that are young, serving her people. A life of service. Rodney Ford, serving all people by riding his bicycle, crying out for organ donations. Service. Mary Harden, teaching, working, serving people. Oh, what a service. James Sconzo with the Community Action Program, serving people. Betty Noakes, serving people. And if you believe in those people and you want to support them, come out tonight and support them. Clara Luper, may I help you, please? Hello? Yes.
Hello, Mrs. Luper. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine today.
I want you to know that this is Nancy Davis, and this has been the most exciting, historical, and greatest week, one of the greatest weeks that we've had during the Freedom Fiesta movement. And it was so great until I had to get up off of my cane and go up to the Freedom Center to enjoy lots of the activities. And they were just great. I want to say, first of all, congratulations to all of those people who are receiving awards tonight. And congratulations to my second daughter, Joyce Henderson, who is the guest speaker for tonight. Joyce has been one of my girls ever since she came to Dundee High School. And we have the utmost confidence in knowing that she will deliver a great, wonderful speech tonight. So we hope that everybody will come out. But I want to tell you about the Clara Luper Day. It's going to be a great day today. We want everybody to come to the parade at 10:30. And we want everybody to remember that the Nancy Davis, Betty Ruth Hunter, and William Oliver's day was one of the greatest days. We started out with the pancake breakfast with all of the good bacon, eggs, grits, coffee, tea, juice, and good old sausage. Oh, it was just a beautiful breakfast, but what was most important was our guest speaker, Reverend Marcel, who gave us a beautiful, beautiful address. And we can't forget our welcome address by Mr. Williams, Portwood Williams. That Portwood Williams was the most vibrant, intelligent, and exciting welcome man that you could ever find. He was so happy to have his daughter Clay there, and his daughter Shirley, who gave us special numbers and music and singing. And we can't forget our standby, Willard Moore from Cushing, Oklahoma, one of my schoolmates. I went to school in Cushing one year, and Willard Moore is always there, and there to promote NACP, promote young people, and to help others. So we want to say thanks to everybody who participated in the program, and especially to our co-advisor, Mrs. Betty Ruth Hunter. But what took the cake? Everybody participated, everybody cooperated. We had a great time singing praises to the Lord and singing praises to those who have gone before us.
Nancy, the question is...
Luper, I must not close unless I mention that fashion show.
Nancy.
That fashion show was really out of sight. We had children model, little babies modeling.
Yes,
and
Nancy.
We had a lady by the name of Leota Hannah that took the show. That lady was dressed from head to toe.
Nancy.
She looked like a queen.
Yes,
And
Nancy.
her hair was fixed all pretty.
Yes,
I
Nancy.
wish you could have seen the dress, the green outfit that she wears, see-through pantsuit that she had on, and then the black after thighs. Oh, she was dressed with those black shoes, gold.
Yes, Nancy.
I won't go any further.
Yes, the question is, will you be present tonight?
The question is that I will try my best to be there. You know, I'm out of transportation, but I'm going to try to make it.
Oh,
So look for me if you...
but you don't have to worry about transportation, Nancy. Thank you for being a part of the Clara Luper radio show. And be sure and call your friends and tell them that I have a very distinguished guest that you will hear at 9:30. Okay?
Okay, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Today at 11 o'clock, a love story will come to an end, or will it be a beginning? It's a story of a young lady from Dungy High School that fell in love with her high school classmate. It's a story of Minnie Elsa Carr Payne, who died last Sunday morning, and whose funeral will be held today at 11 a.m. at the Loving St. James Baptist Church in the Spencer area. Many of you will remember Minnie Elsa through her children. You remember Clara, Letha, Carmeletta, Kennedy Jr. She's the mother of the late Theodis Payne. But many of you will remember her through her dynamic sisters, Geraldine Downey, Dovin, Camille, La Francis, Rain, and through her brother Joseph. But today that service will be held at 11 a.m. at the Loving St. James Baptist Church in Oklahoma City. That's a love story that you can write about if you're talking about love. For over 50 years, she and Kenneth carried out the vows of a real marriage life. And this morning at 11 o'clock, it's goodbye to Minnie Elsie. Clara Luper reporting. Hello?
Good morning, Mrs. Luper. Hello?
Yes?
And hello to you that's in Radio Land and listening to us today. I only want to add to what Mrs. Davis was saying about the breakfast and the fashion show on yesterday. We had a wonderful specialty, and that was donuts. We added to our breakfast on yesterday. And everyone seemed to enjoy those donuts so very, very much. And I want to thank everyone who participated in the program, who came, and those who supported our program. I want to give you a big thanks, and especially my student, the speaker for the morning. I do want to thank Marcel for coming. And tonight, as you have heard, is going to be Clara Luper's Day, and we will be going over to the Fifth Street Church. That's her church, where we will be having this big dinner and also the celebration of some of our outstanding community leaders. So I'm going to look to see you there, too, tonight. And again, I want to thank everyone who participated and everyone who came to the breakfast yesterday morning, and especially our donut man. I want to give him a special thanks for adding the donuts to our breakfast, because everyone seemed to enjoy it so very, very much. And you could tell by the way their plates came in clean to the kitchen. And I know on tomorrow I will see you at church on Sunday. Any questions, Ms. Luper?
Yes, the question is, will you be there tonight?
Oh, Ms. Luper, you know I have not missed. You don't have to ask that question. Yes, I'm going to be there, and not only am I going to be there, you know, I will be bringing Dante, and I'll be bringing David. So we never miss.
You're just bringing two? Thank you, Lady. Be sure to tell everybody that John E. Green, that Assistant Attorney General, will be here at 9:30, and we'll be talking to you about the sit-in movement.
Well, fine. If everybody brings two, like I'm bringing two, with myself, which would be three, you will have a wonderful audience.
I'm going to have a wonderful audience because everybody loves Clara Luper.
Oh, that is true.
Sure, because I asked everybody that hated me to send me $1, and I didn't get $1. I want to tell you about...
You know, everyone loves you, and we'll be
Yes,
seeing
everyone loves me. It's going to be proven tonight and today.
All
okay?
Right. And bye. See you church Sunday.
Okay, thank you. Tonight, you will see the NACP Youth Council in action. You will see the Honorable Stanley L. Evans as the MC, and he will do a job. You will see Roosevelt Milton, the president of a senior branch, who will welcome you. Yes, tonight is the night. Andre Carbon, the NACP Youth Council, will be a reminder to you of what it means, what this day means. Miss Black Oklahoma will be there with her melodious voice, and you will hear the voice of a Charles Shelton. But let me tell you who will be making the presentations tonight. Attorney Alma Washington will present that great educator, Betty Noakes. Gloria Matthews will present that great worker, Mary Harden. Patsy Kizzy will present that great unsung hero, Mary Helen Nelson. Jocelyn Brown will present that great leader, James Conzo. Susan McCoy will present that great bicycle rider, Rodney Ford. Reverend Larry Foster will present Reverend L.R. Drinkwater. But to close it out, Bruce Fisher will give you just a glance into the future. And once again you would hear that song, We Shall Overcome. Clara Luper reporting. Now, many of you have called me and you asked me a question. What are we going to eat tonight? What are we going to eat tonight? You tell me that those dinners, and thank Alberta, your ticket will be there. You don't have to worry about a thing. I'm going to tell you exactly what we will have tonight to eat, so you won't have to ask me anymore. You will know. We will have Portwood Williams integrated salad, Johnny Green's Oklahoma brisket with E. Melvin Porter's gravy. We will have Cecil L. Williams voting Cornish hens with Marilyn Luper's macaroni. We will have President Carbon's green beans with Nancy Davis's yellow carrots. Maxine Stale's hot rolls with Calvin Luper's country butter. Linzetta Jones, one of the original sit-inners. We will have Linzetta Jones's strawberry cake with Alma Faye Pose's tea and Barbara Pose's punch. What a day! What a dinner! Oh, you cannot afford to miss it. Now, we want to go over tonight. I heard on the radio that Carbon said that, and Letty and all those people are talking, say they're going to beat Clara Luper. And I would like to thank my students and my friends who say that will never happen. If you cannot beat Clara Luper, if you want Clara Luper, if you want your people to win, you got to come up with more than talk. It has to be money. Well, I'm sorry for all of those that tried to beat Clara Luper. I'm sorry for you, because my kids, my people, my friends are not going to let you beat me. And the reason, I didn't just make friends yesterday. I've been making friends for a long time. Hello? 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 Yes? Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. Today is Clara Luper's Day.
Say it loud.
Today is Clara's Luper Day. And I know that there will be a crowd at the parade and tonight at the banquet. I know you do not want to miss this, because it is a treat. You will be in for a treat. I would also like to thank everyone who helped support each and every day of the Freedom Fiesta, from Sunday until today. And I would like to congratulate everyone on doing such a good job on their days. Also, the NAACP Youth Council meetings are every Monday at 7 o'clock. Youth from all ages are welcome, and so are adults. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter.
Thank you, Coco. Don't miss tonight. Whatever you do. Calvin, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? I want to know. I want my congratulations on my day. I want you to congratulate me.
Well, this is the Clara Luper Day. This is a very special day. But, Mom, you know what? This has been an exciting week. This has been one of those weeks where you just, I just don't know. I listened to Reverend Drinkwater there at even though it wasn't a Baptist church. But I listened to Reverend Drinkwater. We all get our little laugh there. And I listened to that choir. But, it was something inspirational about the word that was that was shared with us. I looked at how this week has gone. I look at what else is going on this week because of the fact that I was looking for a call from some of the former sit-inners that are there in the Douglas High School class of 60. But, it all started. And Reverend Drinkwater, I want to personally thank you for an inspirational message. Then I have to come back to that Monday night where it was an inspirational night, where good things were happening. Then I have to look again at Tuesday, Then I look again at Wednesday. And then I especially appreciate what happened at the Citizens Day dinner. But Attorney Green, somehow or other, I know that we're going to be talking to him a little later on because we talked about membership. We talked about voter registration. We had some voters registered. We had some people that joined the NAACP, and we want you to be a part of it. Cecil Williams Day, I looked at Martha, and I went back to Cecil Williams, and I appreciated how Cecil, the things and the efforts that he's done to make the NAACP so very positive. Then I looked at the Wednesday, and that's President's Day, and that was an inspiration because our president came out. Well, we had a new president. I don't know. This is a president that I didn't see in Milwaukee, hadn't seen in New York, hadn't seen in Philadelphia. But Andre Carbon stood up and did the thing that a president should do. So I'm extremely proud of what happened. But then Thursday, Citizens Day, Ms. Matthews. But then Friday. Oh, that was just the other day. I don't know, Mrs. Hunter. I don't know. What can you say about Mrs. Hunter?
What can you say about Thursday? Those chitlins went like hotcakes.
Those chitlins, not the hotcakes was Friday, but the chitlins did go. The reason they went, Mom? Because they were cleaned so well. And one of the
they were cooked so well.
And they were cooked so well. There was a reporter there from the from a newspaper,
the Daily
Oklahoma. Never before had seen any chitlins. Had an opportunity to eat some chitlins, and that was so humorous. But then she got to eat. I said, "What you do? You don't put you don't put that much on your fork at one time." She said, "You can't tell me how to eat my chitlins." And this is her first time doing it. But things happen like that, and especially when you're part of the Freedom Fiesta. This is an exciting week. This has been an exciting week. This has been a week that has brought back so many memories. This has been a week that has brought back so many so many truths, Mom. And I looked last night at the Douglas High School class of 60s having a reunion here in Oklahoma City. And part of their reunion is part of the Freedom Fiesta. And these young people were all part of the sit-in movement. And I'm looking forward to them calling. But then it's 9:30.
This time,
by now,
I have a very distinguished guest.
By now, you've called that friend. You've called that neighbor. You've invited them to be a part of this the Clara Luper radio show where we're live, where we're in beautiful living color, where not only will we be talking about what is going on today's activities, but we will be telling you about the parade. We will be telling you about some other things that will be happening today. We will be letting you know that at the Freedom Center, 2609 North Martin Luther King
Catfish dinners will be served, starting at 11.
We will be telling you that we want you to be a part of the activities. Freedom ain't free. Freedom ain't never been free. And some people have paid the dues in different ways. We're looking forward to hearing about it. Good things happen. Thank you for being a part of this, the Clara Luper radio show. And, Mom, thank you so much for...
But congratulate me, Calvin. I need all my flowers while I'm
I'm not going to give you no flowers now because I'm not going to Black's Flowers shop there on Northeast 23rd.
When I say
but
flowers...
what I will do, I will say thank you, Mom. It's been...
Thank you for thanking me. It is tough. It's lonesome. But anyway, here he is in living colors. John E. Green.
Are you sure we want to talk to Johnny Green now?
First Assistant to United States Attorney, WDOT. WDK, the Western District of Oklahoma. And let me tell you something.
Say it again, man, because I'm not
Johnny
sure.
Green Esquire.
Esquire, that
Yes,
means
he's a
attorney.
retired
Retired?
first
How can he
assistant
retire?
United States Attorney
I bet he's not.
General. Well, every time I see John, I tell him that I made him famous because he represented me during the sit-ins, and he did a terrific job. I got my first acquitter through John E. Green.
1958, June 8th, 1958.
Okay, were you a lawyer then?
Yes, I was.
And she married you?
Yes.
You married her?
Yes.
Okay, now do you have any children?
I have one son, John Green Jr.
Tell me about him.
John is also a graduate of University of Oklahoma, both of bachelor's and master's degrees. He spent his first 2 years at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island in the Ivy League. He's now in Detroit, Michigan, where he has his own business as a medical placement and consultant services. Starting off with some 2 employees, he's now up to 7 employees and still expanding nationwide.
He has his own business? I don't understand.
Yes, they would place people in the medical fields from nurses, office managers, as well as doctors, and they also will advise medical people, doctors, dentists, and so on, how to better use their spaces and when they're planning to expand or moving into new facilities.
Okay, how did you become involved in the sit-ins?
I became involved in the sit-ins because of the fact that freedom is not free. So therefore, I was always have been inspired by both my parents, the Reverend J.S. Sykes, and well as the late Dr. Benjamin Elijah Mays, who was the president of the Morehouse College, who signed my degree, as well as the other leaders that I saw there in Atlanta while at Morehouse College, and of course here in Oklahoma City. There.
Okay, you became involved in the sit-in movement.
Right.
Were you ever arrested?
No, I tried to, but they never would arrest me because they had to arrest me as I was a federal employee. I was going to have it removed to the federal courts in order to test these segregation laws, and they refused to arrest me both here as well as in Tulsa and down to Lawton where I tried to get arrested.
Okay, you tried to get arrested. Yes, Calvin.
Mom, let me stop this. Attorney Green, you know, we have a lot. We have a few more minutes to talk about, but then we also have a special presentation that we're getting ready for.
Okay, not
Then
now
we also-
because I've got to talk to
call
Green.
on the line. too.
Okay, well let's see who's calling. If they call and talk about okay, hello.
Good morning, caller. How you doing? Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. Okay, we're working with you. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, Mrs. Luper.
Yes.
This is Carolyn Curry with
Yes.
the mighty class of 1960 from Douglas High School.
Douglas High School, class of 60, part of the sit-in. Tell us about it, Carolyn. How y'all doing out there today?
Well, we're having a wonderful time. Right now we're having a sit-down breakfast, and the classmates have come in from all over the United States, from Seattle, Washington, from Denver, Colorado, from Miami, Florida, California, Arizona, New York.
Yes, we know. They're from
Okay.
We
everywhere.
know. Okay. And they're having a
Providence.
wonderful time.
What
That's
Carol-
right, Rhode Island. That's
Yes, right.
right. We just called in to let you know we're having such a wonderful time, and they're impressed with the progress of Oklahoma City, and just was so glad to get back home to spend this time with classmates.
Okay, with classmates because of the NACP Youth Council, and if it had
That's
not been
right.
for the sit-inners, they couldn't
Well,
be
they're
down
there,
to the
Mom.
hotel.
They're.
I
That's
understand they are
absolutely-
there, but they are there as a result of the NACP. I hope they are all members.
I believe that they probably, most of them are. I know that Gwendolyn Fuller is here.
Gwendolyn is here.
She
Okay.
is, and she used to be a president of
She
the
was a
Youth Council
president
of
during the
NAACP.
sit-ins.
And Richard
We'll
Brown.
get to see her.
Richard Brown is there. I know he's there.
Richard Brown is here. He's getting ready to preside over the meeting this
And
afternoon.
Dr. Barbara Posey Jones is
Dr.
there.
Barbara Posey Jones is here.
Okay. Well, thank you so very kindly for
Cookies
giving
there.
us that report. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay,
Hey,
bye-bye.
thank you
Let's
so
get back
much.
to Johnny
Have a
Green.
good day.
Hey, we're
That's
going to have
right.
a fantastic day because of the fact that the Douglas High School, mighty Douglas High School class of 1960 is there. And we are looking forward to some positive things coming from that
Okay,
reunion.
great.
Okay.
Well, let's get back to Attorney Green. Attorney Green, you tried to get arrested and you couldn't because they
Can
knew
you
the
try
law.
to get arrested and not get arrested?
Easy enough. You can try and they'll look over him. Okay, now tell us more about the sit-ins.
Well, the sit-ins was a movement here in Oklahoma City on August 19, 1958, where 13 brave young people defied all traditions in order to come to a place that the old Cat's drugstore downtown, which was a branch of a Kansas City organization, to demand equal rights. Because of this, things have changed in Oklahoma City and around this country and the world like never before. These 13 people, Richard Brown, Elmer Edwards, Linda Pogue, Lana Pogue, Arita Tolliver, Calvin Luper, Marilyn Luper, Portwood Williams Jr., Lynzetta Jones, Gwendolyn Fuller, Alma Faye Poser, Barbara Faye Poser, Goldie Battle, and Betty German. We celebrate this because this is what actually happened back on August 19, 1958. Where were you on August 19, 1958? I was out mowing my yard when my wife came and said, "Come and look at the TV." And when I came to look at the TV, there they were. I immediately got busy to say that, well, we are going to go and have the money ready if they start arresting these young people. We celebrate this occasion because it was a warming, amazing, true story. It demonstrated patience, discipline, spiritual strength, physical stamina, moral strength, and it was the apex of a nonviolent movement. This is a time to commemorate these brave young black children who persisted through many dangerous toils and snares, odds, insults, threats of arrest, and violence. They were called everything but children of the Lord. Mrs. Luper, as their leader, suffered these same indignities and more. She had the potential threat over her head to lose her job as a school teacher at the Dungy High School in Spencer, Oklahoma. We celebrate today because of this August 1958 experience was possibly the birth of the civil rights movement involving nonviolence that spread over the nation. The civil rights movement gave impetus to such movements as the women's rights, the Native American rights, protests by Army service personnel, fairness in employment and educational opportunities, and yes, even the gay rights movement, among others. We celebrate this movement because these young African Americans employed their nonviolence movements. Blacks could not eat at places in downtown Oklahoma City or other places in Oklahoma or throughout the South. The only place that was open for blacks then was the YWCA, and it was upstairs in a segregated area. But today we're staying in hotels, motels. We can be seated anywhere we want to sit at the next available seat on the buses, the trains, and other public transportation vehicles. The restrooms were even segregated then. The water fountains were segregated. We have so many things that came out of the sit-ins movement, and it all started here. This is the granddaddy of all of them. Greensboro, North Carolina came on later. We have adequate housing. Where were you living back on August the 19th, 1958? You were living somewhere south of 10th Street. We have the voting rights. We have better jobs. We have openings in educational opportunities. We have a recognition of individuals as human beings and not as someone to be tolerated. Finally, we celebrate this week to remind people that the struggle for equality is not over. We must forever maintain and remain vigilant in this struggle. Everyone who's not participated, you can still participate because all is not well yet.
Isn't that something? Make it plain. And we have a young man that has just walked in. One of my prize.
Well, before we go to that young man, let me remind everybody that this is 1220 on your AM dial. This is an opportunity for you to call that friend call that neighbor and invite them to be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show. Attorney Green, please don't go.
Wait, we have a question for you. That's
We got-
right.
we got
Someone's
some
on the
people
line that
calling.
want
We got some
to ask
people
you a
calling.
question. Okay.
On line 2 here. I'm finna hook that up in just a minute. But
Okay.
they want to talk to. But then so many things that you've done, that you haven't, you really didn't say
Okay.
about what you've done in the civil rights movement.
Okay,
But
Calvin.
good morning, caller. How are you doing? Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show, where you're live and in beautiful living color. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. My name is James. I'm in the south side of town. I'm a white guy.
James on the white side of town.
Yeah. I wanted to speak to Mr. Green and congratulate him on his career and the successes that he's had. And I wanted to speak actually to Miss Luper. And it just seems to me like, based on what Mr. Green has said and things that I've seen over the years, is that blacks have just come really a long way, baby, to the corner phrase. And I'm wondering that it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, apparently I am, but it just seems to me that like blacks have succeeded in so many different ways, and they are not poor and downtrodden and mistreated in the way that you seem to be wanting to portray them on your show, Miss Luper. And I'm wondering, are you still stuck in the 60s and the late 50s?
I would have to ask you, are you still stuck in 1776?
1776, I think that was a very proud year for America. Yeah.
Are you stuck in it, sir?
Am I stuck in it?
Yes.
No, I think maybe I've moved on.
Oh, you aren't celebrating the 4th of July and the independence of this country?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay, then you have answered your own question for me. Yes, I'm stuck.
Okay, but I listen to your show on a fairly regular basis, and I see a lot of racism that you that you put out in your program, and frankly, it's really quite annoying from a white perspective, my white perspective, because the thing is that I see so much success in the black community everywhere, and it has a lot to do with white help. A lot of white people in programs have helped you all so much, and you don't give credit to it. You just keep arguing and fussing and putting down, and it's very disheartening, okay? And it pushes away. You could say from time to time, I believe, thank you, white people, for helping out here and helping out there and standing up for us here and there, because we have done a great deal for the black community, and you never acknowledge that, almost.
I might not acknowledge that tonight when you come to my dinner. My attorney will.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be afraid to come into the black community the way things.
You don't have to be afraid, sir.
No,
You will be safer than you will be in your own living room. If you come.
you all create so much.
What do? You said what so much is done. What is your reaction when you see an interracial couple, a black man with a white woman, or a white?
I see black people raping white women all the time for fun, and I see where.
Do you stop to look at them as if they are some kind of a freak?
I really didn't want to debate. I'm just telling you that this is what I see.
We want to answer your question, sir.
You're live and in living color.
Okay, well, that's all I wanted to say, and so I'd like to see you kind of stand up for white people once in a while.
Well, I always stand up for white people because I want you to know that some white people have always supported me. If you don't believe it, come out tonight.
That's not what I hear on your show, ma'am, and I don't mix in the black community at all, because you create fear.
You're losing a valuable experience, sir. You're losing a valuable experience.
Excuse me. You create fear and you create hatred. And there's no way that I or my family would be coming into a black community for any reason. So I just wanted to say that.
Well, I appreciate
type
you.
Of show.
I appreciate you, and thank you for listening to the Clara Luper radio show.
Yes, ma'am. You need to keep up with you guys,
Yeah, that's the way to keep up, because we're going to sure keep up with you.
Yeah, I know. You all have a good day. Have a good time at your parade.
Yeah, some of my best friends are white. If you don't believe it, come out tonight or come over to my house.
Seriously.
Yeah, I know that old phrase.
No, seriously. I have a good white friend, and one time I stubbed my toe and it was broken, and he helped me fix my toe back then.
Okay, thank you, Cal. But we have a young man here that we've got to talk to.
Good things happen, and we want you to be a part of the Clara Luper Radio Show. We don't mind you talking about whatever you want to talk about, but then this is the Freedom Fiesta Week. These are activities. We are proud to be free.
Yes.
Freedom ain't been free. You know, it don't come like that.
Okay, we have with us Reverend Stephen Billingsley.
Hey, sure, this is not New Mexico.
Hello.
Hello, Miss
Good
Luper.
morning.
I just want to take a moment to wish or issue a challenge to the ministers, to the pastors, as well as the substitute teachers of Oklahoma City to sponsor a young person or issue a ticket, get some money, help somebody come out to the Clara Luper banquet tonight. This is her day. Let's give her her flowers while she lives. Many have done several things in order to get these opportunities that we have possible. So come on out to 5th Street tonight. If you can't come, sponsor someone to come. So once again, Stephen Billingsley stopped by to issue a challenge to the ministers, to the pastors, and the substitute teachers to get your $25, get your $50, get your $100 ready and sponsor someone to come out tonight and wish Clara Luper well and help her continue the work that she's doing in Oklahoma City.
Well, thank you so very kindly. Thank you. Johnny Green, I just learned. I didn't know I was a racist.
I didn't either.
And you know, on the battlefield in civil rights, we've always had whites with us.
Right, we've had some brave Father
And tonight
McDowell
we are
and those.
honoring Mr. Sconzo, who is certainly white. We are honoring him
He's
for what
white
he's
in-
done.
he's white in the
Okay, okay,
Come
we
on,
have someone
another
on the line.
caller.
Okay.
Good morning, caller. Thank you for being a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show, where we're live and in beautiful living color. How are you doing? What's going on? Okay.
What number are we?
Well, this is the Clara Luper Radio
This
Show.
is another caller.
Okay, well, this is the caller that I'm asking you, are you on the air with me, or are you going to talk
Hello?
to yourself?
Yes.
Hello, Mrs. Luper.
Yes.
This is Gwendolyn Fuller. How are you doing?
Gwendolyn, how is my little president?
It's here. You know, Mrs. Luper, I would like to have a copy of this tape. It was an interesting conversation with the caller, our previous caller. He, no doubt, is white. I came in on the conversation at the very end, but apparently he is not aware of white privilege. And when you have white privilege, you take a lot of things for granted. You don't understand what it feels like on the other foot to wear that other shoe. And I was just amazed by him, by his statement. But I was not surprised because he does represent the white privilege group. And he will never be able to understand the struggles that we have gone through. No, you are not a racist. Your show educates. You educate. You have always been an educator, Mrs. Luper. And I would personally like to say thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the things that you have done for the community in Oklahoma City and for the world, because you have reached out and touched people, and it spreads worldwide.
Hello, Gwen. This is Attorney Green.
Hello, Attorney John Green. How are you doing?
Good church member.
Sorry, I won't be in church tomorrow. I have to go back to Wichita, Kansas.
Well, you'll be there in spirit with us.
Yes, I will.
Well, thank you so very kindly, and we know that we will see you before you leave.
Yes, and here's Barbara Posey.
Where's Barbara?
And good morning to both of you. I'll just give a ditto to all of the things that Gwendolyn said, since we're rushing now on the time.
No, we're not rushing, Barbara, because we're taking our time because you're on the line, and we want you to be a part of it, okay? How are you doing?
Oh, wonderful.
What's going on?
Well, we're attending the...
yes, we know we are... We know that, Barbara, but we are
you
so...
know that. Oh,
yes.
okay.
The Mighty Douglas
Well,
class.
tell us about your participation in the sit-in movement.
Oh, what I'm doing?
No, what you did in the sit. I know you're a doctor now. I know you're head of a department and all that. But what did you do in the sit-in movement?
Oh, during the sit-in movement, I had the great privilege of being the youth spokesperson for the sit-ins and to participate in the first sit-ins at CATS, and then from there, of course, going on to the other downtown lunch counters, and then to Johnny Brown's, and continuing actually after we graduated from Douglas in 60 and went to University of Oklahoma, and we had further protests and demonstrations there. And so it was just a special privilege to be able to have that experience and to have the level of awareness and to participate by going to the national conventions of NAACP for various years and to attend various other regional NAACP meetings and to really learn and understand various things about the history of the movement, not just what went on in Oklahoma City, but across the country.
Now, what are you doing now?
What am I doing now?
Yes.
You mean in terms of in terms of what, Mrs. Luper?
Working, your work.
Oh, my work. I'm dean of the business school at Alabama A&M University in Huntsville, Alabama.
And tell me about your daughter, because this is the fruits of the sit-ins.
Okay, about my daughter?
Yes, and her books.
Oh, okay, yeah, I have 3 children.
I know.
My daughter is Tiari Jones, and she's an author, and she's on the faculty at the University of Illinois in the creative writing department. And her latest book is The Untelling, published by Warner. And it came out in April of this year. And then she's also the author of Leaving Atlanta. And Leaving Atlanta is a story of 3 children that took place during the period of the Atlanta child murders in the late 1970s. And that book has received numerous literary awards.
I've read it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
Great book.
And then I've got a son who is in based in Durham, North Carolina, and he does writing on a number of websites, the Black Voices website for AOL, as well as the ESPN and a number of others. And then my older son is the director of marketing for math and engineering textbooks at Prentice Hall, which is the largest publishing house for college textbooks in the country.
She's not
Well, give John Way a
She's
Barbara, and
not
thank you so very kindly. I know I'll see you before you leave.
Oh,
and
you definitely will.
Tonight,
thanks to all of you for continuing your work in Oklahoma City.
Barbara, tonight we will be serving Barbara Posey's punch. You know how much we love you. Thank you so very kindly.
Thank you so much.
I would like to let you know first that I've written to every minister in Oklahoma City. I've written to you because you are our leaders. And I wanted you to know about what was going on this week, and I appreciate your response, which has been very meager. I've written to the educators in Oklahoma City because I know that you'll be leading our children, and my response from you has been very meager. Well, that's your business, though. But in spite of it all, we are just like we were 47 years ago. We are standing. And people all over this state will help us. Blacks and whites together, we've sung. We've worked, and we've gone to jail together. And I want you to know that my diamonds are in many colors. Some white, some black, some even polka dot. But they are all mine. Calvin, I know you've got to sing happy birthday. And before that,
I don't know if
wait
I'm
a
going to
minute,
sing.
Calvin, before you do that,
I'm looking at Attorney
let me
Green
tell
over there. I
you,
don't know. I might have to go to court
Calvin,
on this one.
before you turn,
I might need an
I want to
attorney.
tell you that we lost one of our outstanding young men last week. Oklahoma City has never seen a funeral like that. The Douglas High School band led the procession in. And I was told that before this young man died, this young football player, he told his band director, I love that fight song and I want you to play it. And football players, blacks and whites from all over this city came to pay their respect. And today I would like to say thank God for Stewart, a young man that showed us how to live. Calvin, you've got to sing.
Before you sing, we also will have another outstanding citizen who's passed this week, Mrs. Youngblood, Dr. Stafford Youngblood's widow. Her service will be at 11 o'clock Monday at the Redeemer Episcopal Church.
Thank you, John. Calvin, please
Attorney
sing out of
Green.
your heart, although you
Out of my
can't
heart.
sing.
Wait a minute.
Sing, Calvin.
I mean, I can't say. You don't know how hard I've been
What's the
practicing.
name
this
of your
week.
group?
I have a singing group, and it's called the Weekend Singers, and we are available, and we will perform. You will have to pay us, though. But good things happen when you listen to the Clara Luper radio show. Sit back, relax. Brother Thurman, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brother Thurman. Happy birthday. Why you take your mic? He done took his earphones off. Happy birthday to you.
See you at the parade in a few minutes. We need you to bring your cans,
Wait a minute.
your
And
newspaper.
may you have many more.
Oh, Calvin, tell everybody you can't sing. Well, we know you can't sing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I would like to ask you for your support. Not for Clara Luper, because soon I too will be just a memory, but for the young people that are coming on and need your help. Bring your aluminum cans. Come up to Freedom Center and buy some catfish. Catfish today is $7. Come up and buy some catfish. Not only that, those of you that have not gotten your tickets, be sure and get them. We'll be selling them along the way. That's what we will do. And whatever you do, don't forget that you are somebody, and we need you, whether you are black or white or polka dot. And if you don't like what I say, you come out here and say it yourself. Next week, let me tell you, Langston University's president will be with me on September the 2nd, and that will be some interview. Bye-bye.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.
And the views and opinions expressed on the preceding program were not necessarily those of AM Radio 1220 KTLV.
Father, I need your help and a hand. Come on.
AM